Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 19 of my 1 vs 4 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 4 Emperor AI that are on a team against me, and I'm playing as the Shadow Elf Sorcerer, Malus Nightlord. In our last episode, we successfully eliminated another of our opponents, in this case Edward Portsmouth, who actually surrendered to us, and we started to explore more in the Shadow Realm on the west side of the map, and we've actually located the domain of our last remaining opponent, which is Phi Dural, the Draconian Theocrat, and we've got Malus and Edward himself now poised to kind of start exploring and attacking his domain here. We've also got other units here on the surface, led by heroes, stacks led by heroes here, you can see. We've got Tana Boslarf leading her stack. We've got Thanos of House Iniox. So we're sending all our heroes to this Shadow Gate here, and we're going to start bringing the hurt to our opponent here. So our final remaining opponent, I should say. However, before I dive into this episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left comments on the last episode. The first of those is Ahmed Sultan. And Ahmed mentioned that when I've captured these cities here, for example, like Wingistan once I have it absorbed, or some of the other cities that I've captured from my opponents more recently, or in the last few episodes, like for example Birneth here, if I don't want to just do merchandise, if I want to make a little bit more money, what I can actually do here is sell off some of the upgrades that are actually not usable for me. And this was a point that's come up actually multiple times in previous playthroughs. It's something that's easy to forget because how often are you moving over to the existing upgrades tab? But it's something that's good to keep in mind because in many cases when you sell off these useless structures, like for example the class-specific upgrade structure here, Warlord's Command, when you sell this off, you frequently end up making actually more money than just by doing merchandise. So in this case, doing merchandise, I get 42 gold, whereas if I were to sell this off, I would actually make 50 gold. So this is even more important when the cities are actually smaller. Like Birneth is quite developed, so you can see here it's making less of a difference. But good reminder there from Ahmed. Ahmed also pointed out that it would be a good idea for me in battles to always remember to use my heroes to cast spells whenever possible, because I have so much mana. Like, look at this. I'm just swimming in mana. I'm really not going to be in any danger of running out. So I might as well keep using my spells when I'm in battles with my heroes. Maybe not so much with Malus, because I do want to keep his casting points fresh so I can keep summoning Eldritch Horrors, for example. But with other heroes, that's a great idea. And then another thing Ahmed mentioned is that I actually never applied Edward's upgrades. So let's just take a quick peek here at Edward. Yeah, and here we go. Edward is level 7, and we actually never applied his upgrades in the last episode once we got him. So maybe I'll do that real quick right now. So he is a Dreadnought, so I think we'll do Wizard Hunters. That's going to be nice. A little bit of extra protection. We will do Forge Aprons because we are up against a Theocrat. Some of that damage is going to be fire damage. Lightning Rod Banner might not be quite as useful. Pest Control Squad, I think we'll keep that. Animal Fae and Monster Slayer, sure, why not? I mean, we're probably not going to be coming up against too many of them, but I'm definitely going to take Guardian Flame, which gives me a healing spell. And you know what? I will take Lightning Rod Banner, even though it's unlikely that I'm going to be taking a ton of shock damage. And then let's see if there's anything else I should take. What kind of spells does Edward have here? He's got Force Field and Flashbang. Let's go back to him real quick. And Imperial Authority might not be so bad. Just give my units a morale boost. Yeah, we'll do that one. Just give him a nice morale boost. Perfect. You know what? We'll take the physical protection. Why not? Alright, very nice. So a big thank you to Ahmed for those suggestions. The next person who left some comments was Casper Eklund. And Casper actually made the same point that Ahmed did about selling city upgrades where it's when I've captured cities that have upgrades that aren't useful for me or ones that I can't even benefit from. It's a great way to make some extra income. So Casper and Ahmed kind of had the same point there. Casper also mentioned that in the Shadow Realm here, I was moving this priest. Let's see if I can find him. Where is he? Here he is. Casper pointed out that I need to be careful with this priest. I don't want to move him too close to the city that has the quest active. And I think that was down here. Yeah, that's this city. We'll just double check that. Quests, here it is. So we currently have End the Undead Scourge right here. And yes, that's for this particular city. And Casper had mentioned that I don't want to move any single units. Like in particular, I think I was moving this priest down to kind of have him set up so that he could wait and join up with an army that was going to go siege this city. Or, excuse me, and do this quest. Casper mentioned that I should just be really careful, because if I send the priest in by himself too close to the city, the quest units will probably attack him. And obviously I won't be able to win that battle with just a single unit. So, good idea from Casper there. Casper also mentioned that to remember, when I have excess knowledge income like I do right now, when I'm doing research, what I should do is I should pick some of these cheap spells and start clearing them out so that I actually free up space for other spells that might be a little bit more beneficial for me. So for example, and I'm actually going to do this right now, I'm going to take Advanced Seafaring right now because I want to actually get Advanced Logistics. That's something that I should have done probably a long time ago, just to increase my unit's movement speed on roads. So we'll do that. And then we still have enough left to do one of these other ones as well. Let's see, we could do Dome of Protection or Cleanse the Source. We could also do the Invoke Extraordinary Mount. Maybe I'll do that one. The only thing is if I do this one, I'm not going to have enough left to really do anything else. So maybe we'll spend it on Dome of Protection or Cleanse the Source here. We'll do Cleanse the Source. Okay, so that takes care of that. So we've cleared out a lot of these lower level spells, which was good. And Casper also mentioned that Cardinal Culling is a really good spell for me, especially if the enemy has Doom stacks, as I had sort of thought about last episode where I was talking about that. It's a great way to counter sort of the AI strategy of just producing a bunch of the same tier 4 unit. So I'm going to probably work on this one next, I think. What's Spell of Return? Let's see. Tears a temporary hole in the space-time continuum to teleport target-owned army to the Empire's throne city. That's kind of an interesting spell. So it's like if your throne city was threatened, you could just immediately bring everybody back. That's pretty cool. In any case, though, let's go back to what Casper was saying. The other thing that he had mentioned, I have that lone settler who I'd captured here, and I was kind of sending him just off into the wilderness by himself. Obviously not a good idea because like he's probably going to get killed. At this point, I'm really not too concerned about settling a new city. However, what I was thinking is I could maybe move these armies over to kind of help him out. One of these two hero-led stacks, so either Izalara or Aurelia here. So one of these two armies could move over and kind of do some clearing to clear an area for this city, or for the settler, I should say. But of course, having a settler by itself is always risky. So thank you to Casper for those comments. The last individual is Samuel Gomes, and Samuel pointed out that at this point I should probably just start using auto combat on a lot of the little piddly battles, like where I'm clearing out structures, or let's say I go to fight these dread spiders here with a stack. I may as well just start using auto combat because obviously we're at the point where we're kind of just focused on winning the game and attacking my opponents rather than clearing structures. And a good point from Samuel there. He also mentioned that if I need to do any extra exploring, which I probably am less, I'm imagining I don't need to do quite as much since I now kind of know where Fydoral is. That being said, I want to find out which one is his throne city and prioritize that. But Samuel suggested that I could just use a bit of my casting points to summon a wisp, which is very cheap, and then use that to explore. And that's a great suggestion. And Samuel also pointed out that at this point I've probably got this game in the bag. But again, that's not a guarantee. So we're going to dive in right now. Big thank you to all three guys for leaving some excellent comments. I always appreciate those. So we'll dive in here as we've still got work to do, and we don't want to start sleeping on this game because anything can happen, obviously. So we had moved most of our units. So let's see now. Do we want to do advanced logistics or do we want to do cardinal culling? I mean, the extra movement points would be kind of nice. But I think we'll do cardinal culling because I may end up needing this in battle. So we'll actually take cardinal culling. I mean, movement isn't going to matter quite so much. Although, I think we'll do that one maybe next turn to just try and get people into my other stacks into the battle faster. So now let's do some production here. Oh, and we've got an item that was produced. Healing potion, or health potion, I should say. Probably not going to be able to get anywhere useful in time. However, we are going to send it off. And maybe we'll send it to Thanos. I think Thanos needs it. Again, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think the game is probably going to be over by the time that happens. But, in any case. Let's see. We've got anything really to produce? No. So I think in this city, we're just going to do merchandise for now. A lot of our cities, I think we're just going to... We'll do a storehouse real quick. Get that taken care of. Over to Yaflon here. Now, I was going to maybe make a few units just to go and deal with this quest. So I think I'll do that in these cities. So we'll make a Storm Priest here. And what are we doing in this city? We're working on a wall. And what about up here? Laboratory. Okay. Well, in Yaflon, at the very least, we'll make a unit to go help out with that quest. And actually, we could do the same thing here. Maybe we'll make a flyer, because why not? That was actually something else Casper had pointed out that I didn't mention. I'll just jump back. So I had originally thought I could use this stack to clear out this city, turn around, and then come all the way back to handle this quest over here, but that's going to take far too long. So instead, Casper suggested just build a few units and go and clear it out, and that's actually a great idea, and that's what I'm going to actually do, I think. So while we're here, let's actually take care of this. We'll attack these elementals, and in this instance, I'm going to do this one manually because I don't really have an overwhelming advantage. I would also be great if I could dominate one of these units, although we'll have to see if that's possible as the battle progresses here. Alright, so our Earth Elemental can move up. Obviously with regrowth, that's going to be useful. Oh, does he not have regrowth that is a lesser Earth Elemental? I thought he did. Oh, I guess not. So that's only once he evolves into an Earth Elemental. Okay, well that's good to keep in mind. Didn't realize that at all. Now, he does have 60% shock weakness, which means that I should probably actually not have him be up on the front lines, because he'll get kind of riggedy-wrecked by the Node Serpent and the Wisp, who... Does the Wisp do... Yeah, the Wisp also does shock damage, so we'd like to avoid that. And the Air Elemental also does shock damage, so we really don't want units with shock weakness getting up in there, because they're going to get obliterated. Okay, so I suspect we're actually going to retreat back with my Earth Elemental. I just really don't want him involved. He can come in and do some flanking damage or something like that, but... Alright, and we'll kind of spread our units out just a touch here. Yeah, let's go like here. Alright, so I'm assuming they're going to come at me now. Or not, okay. We're playing kind of cat and mouse here a little bit. Alright, let's see if they decide to attack me here. There it is. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of thinking they were going to maybe try that. So we'll move down and at the very least turn them around here. I think we'll throw on Shadow Shift. There we go. And we can actually, let's see if we use our physical attack. Yeah, it's not going to be so good. So we'll step off and hit him with some rocks. Now it's probably going to use Sprint and try and kill off my Earth Elementals, which is kind of a shame, but... Okay, tried for a Dominate, it didn't work. Unfortunately, we got stunned over here, which was kind of frustrating. Yeah, there goes the sprint, and yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. Oof. Boy, we took some... This battle didn't go as well as I was hoping. So this infused here is going to have to move down like this. Do some flanking damage. Oof. Okay, at least they didn't get stunned there. That would have been devastating. Unfortunately, now we're not in range, which means we're probably going to lose these units. Boy, that was kind of a rough that was a rough outing for me here. There we go. So we're now probably going to lose the infused, I'm guessing. Oh no, okay. Well, thank goodness. At least we didn't lose the infused. Alright, so I'm going to... Oh boy, we're going to have to kind of regroup here a little bit. So fortunately, we can actually start making a few units to help us out. So we'll make an Arcane Archer, and we'll also make a Night Guard just to add some units to this stack. And I think we'll maybe just tell him to chill out in the city here. Yeah, that was kind of a little bit sloppy on my part, but... Okay, so now let's kind of finish up our production here. In this city, I think we were still... Yeah, we're still on our way towards a palace. So we'll do a temple. And up here, nothing we can really take apart for income, but let's do an observatory and expand our domain a little bit here. Actually, hang on, let me double check that. So we got 58. Yeah, that's still pretty efficient because this is 150, so that's pretty good. I was just looking at production efficiency. It's always nice if you can kind of capitalize on your production income as best you can. So we'll do a public bath here. Alright, back over to Valp now. Valp has 138 income, which is pretty solid. The only thing we really have left, though, is the public bath, which is a shame because a lot of that's kind of wasted. A lot of the production income is wasted, but we're going to do it just because we want to get extra casting points. So over here, we actually will do this Warlord's Command selling, because that's going to get us 8 more gold, so big whoop, but I mean, it is more gold, so I'm not going to complain. And over here, we can, let's see, merchandise would give us plus 52 gold, whereas this would give us 50. So because this is such a developed city, we actually would get more income from doing merchandise. So I think we'll just stick with merchandise in this instance. Again, though, if it's a smaller city that's less developed, then selling those things off is much more beneficial. We'll do a builder's hall here. Just want to get more production going. All right, our settler. Let's see, Auelia here can move over. We can actually go clear this out probably with her. We'll clear out these pesky spiders here. I am going to do this one manually because I want to see if I can dominate. I can't remember if this thing has mind control immunity or not. It does not. Perfect. So I'm going to see if I can dominate the Dread Spider Queen. Bit of a long shot, but we'll give it a try. Alright, so we can also try for a charm, I suppose, although I'm not sure if that works on animals. Monsters, I guess. Okay, the Hunter Spider Baby's been dealt with. Very good. Let's try and kill off the spider babies there. Move in and get the finish here. Very nice. And then I think we'll kind of sit right beside the Spider Queen here. Currently, we'd have a 45% chance to dominate, although I want the spider to not be in defense mode, as that decreases my odds. So let's see if we can... Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's not in defense mode at least, but unfortunately we're outside of range for dominate. However, we could go for a charm. Okay, resisted it. It's a shame that we don't have the ability to get over there with our Eldritch Horror, but... And I also have to be careful. I don't want this spider to come over and attack Izalara, but it looks like we'll be okay if it does attack because we've got the blight resistance. So I'm actually gonna... We have a chance to stun, I guess, so maybe I'll only hit it twice. I don't want to do too much damage. I don't want it to die off prematurely. So now let's see if we can get the dominate on it here. Oh, very good. Okay, we got the stun. Now we have a 60% chance, and we got it. Very good. Awesome. So we got ourselves a tier 3. In kind of rough shape, of course. Low health, but still nice to have. Alright, so now... Oh, and we've actually cleared this out for... I was thinking I had to clear this dungeon out, but that's actually already been cleared out, so no worries there. We'll just keep on trucking this way. And with our rogue, that's all the movement there. We'll actually join the spider there just so that it's got some protection in case these roaming units decide to attack. I guess it is next to is Lara, but... Alright, and... Oh, actually, you know what? We should probably do this so that our settler doesn't die. There we go. Alright, we can do a little bit more scouting up here. Not that it's that necessary at this point. But why not, since we're in the area. This is our little undead force here who is doing some work underground. Let's actually head over here as we do have a shadow gate right here. So let's take a peek through. And I was hoping maybe we'd find Phi Dural over here, but I guess Phi Dural hasn't expanded that far. But what we can do is maybe we can go grab that city in the Shadow Realm there for us. We'll send this unit over to kind of come help out. We've got our Shadow Demon stack here. We'll move over here. Let's do this one in auto combat. We might lose a unit or two, but let's see. Nope, we got it done. No worries. High Elf Bladesman, crappy shield, and some extra gold. I think we'll just sell that for gold income, honestly. And, oh, here we can get the extra casting points from this catalyst. That's great. Let's go do that. We'll do this one in auto combat. We actually were able to turn one of those into Shadow Demon larva. That's good. And there we go. Now we can cast our Summon Eldritch Horror. Very, very good. So these little Shadow Demon larvae can kind of group up. And now we've got a bit of an army to maybe siege this city. We were kind of hurting on that in that regard earlier. We didn't have quite enough to do that. Let's head down here and let's see. We can probably win this battle. I'll just do it auto combat. Yep, no problem. So we cleared out that watchtower. We'll just kind of keep moving this way with that stack. I'm getting a little bit fast and loose with this, mainly because we're at that point where we're really just kind of going for the victory. So our builder here, I'm not exactly sure what to do with our builder, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. Guard the city there. We've got our Sithonic Guardian here who needs to regroup with Vraxen. Our Fire Dragon is still on his way over. Let's get him going right to the Shadow Gate here. He might actually be able to get there and help out. Our Priest can come and just kind of chill right here, I think, because that's kind of where he's going to go, like there. Perfect. Because we want him heading over to help out with this area. I think what we'll do is we'll give this Eldritch Horror to Edward, who currently doesn't have much of a stack here, so we'll buff him up a bit. So now he's got a big boy in his stack there. And you know what? I am going to actually do what Samuel suggested, which is summon a Wisp. And I'm going to use it to go and check out which city is which. So this is just a regular city, quite poorly defended at the moment as far as I can tell. And then we'll run back this way, and next turn we'll go and check that out. So that's going to do it for us in this turn. Suppose we could summon another one and go check, but I think we'll just start summoning another Eldritch Horror, and we'll hope that we get enough casting points through some battles that maybe we can summon it next turn. Alright, so let's end our turn there. And let's see what Phi Dural does. I'm curious here as to what kind of strength he's got. I assume he's going to have a number of Shrines of Smiting, as he is a Theocrat. But we'll have to see here. And again, I'm anticipating that one of these is his throne city, but I guess we'll have to find out. So let's do that first. I want to check this out here. Yeah, the domain in this area is very large, so I'm guessing this is it. Yep, there it is. Throne of Phi Dural. And as I suspected, he's got some Shrines of Smiting, and then a few of his, an Evangelist, and then an Exalted here, and a Cherub, so all of his Theocrat units. So we now know which one is his throne. So we can start kind of moving in. Now we have to be careful because obviously our stacks here are somewhat vulnerable, as we've really just got the 2 here, and this one obviously isn't a complete stack. So we don't want to get in too aggressively and then get kind of swamped by units if he's got units in waiting. But I also want to take advantage of this and really get in there. So we're going to do some other stuff here just to clean this up. Village of Insham wants to join us. Sure, let's do that. Let's just make sure we're no... Okay, so we're still doing pretty good for alignment. A little bit to the good side. It'd be good to have a unit maybe on this city here. We'll actually send this stack down to kind of come and deal with this. Oh, and you know what? We can clear that watchtower out. Let's do that. Do this one in auto combat, and if we lose a unit, whatever. Nope, we're good. All right, perfect. And we've got this stack kind of moving on over. Send them this way. Very good. Ooh, an alliance proposal, but again, we don't trust you enough. Kind of bizarre there. Because they don't like our alignment, I think they are... Because we're neutral and they're evil. It'd be great to get them. I really do like the Archon Revenants, but not a huge problem, as quite frankly, we've got other things going on currently. So this Fire Dragon's probably not going to be able to make it to the front lines in any meaningful time frame, so instead I might actually see if I can use him more productively in a different way. Be kind of cool to like maybe add him to a stack to help him do some clearing or something like that. You know what, maybe I'll send him over this way. It's nice because the dragons are obviously flying, so they can just kind of cruise over the terrain. Alright, so let's start getting everybody moving towards this Shadow Gate here. We're just going to wholesale. Everybody must get over there ASAP, basically, because we want to end this game. We want to win. We're going for the victory. And there's our new hero that we acquired, the Emeritus, the Papa. I wouldn't be surprised if this is maybe a reference to Ghost, the band Ghost. Now let's send this guy up this way, because I believe this was a character added by one of the mods, although I'm not entirely sure. I think that hero was added by one of the mods that I have installed. Alright, so we'll grab this gold with our little scout here, because why not? We're just kind of putzing around here with him. Alright, now our Theocrat hero down here cleared out this Sphinx Temple. We've got some roaming units here who kind of need to die, so we'll take them out. We'll add our Monster Hunter back into this stack here. And we'll engage this battle. I'm going to do it in auto combat here. Very nice. And then we'll proceed over this way. Got a little draconian city that needs clearing. And then we'll do no mercy because I do want the extra evil points here. We'll do it in auto combat. Very nice. Robes of the Ancient Priest. You get healing, you get +2 resistance. That's actually pretty solid. I'm going to take that and then give that item to one of my heroes here who doesn't have a torso armor piece, if it gets there in time. Okay, we have torso armor there. Tana doesn't have torso armor, so we'll send it to Tana. So we'll send this off to Tana. Again, may not get there in time, but like before this kind of the big battles start happening with Fidoral, but it is still a decent item, so be good for her to have it. All right, and this little guy now kind of is doesn't really have a stack to hang out with, so I'll actually send him over there, and he can just group up with the Theocrat. And that actually gave us here, a few of those battles gave us enough casting points to summon another Eldritch Horror. So once again, I'm going to give this to Edward here. Just kind of build his stack up a little bit more. So now I'm a little bit more confident to push in here. I'm going to obviously keep my stacks together because I don't want them becoming separated. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have actually a pretty straight shot on the city, which is kind of a good thing. We could do a Dread Omen, actually, and make the city a little bit more miserable, which would improve our battle performance probably as we'd get more fumbles and less criticals from the enemy units. So we'll do that, I think. That's going to help us. And yeah, we'll head up this way. We've got some units that need to die here in this celestial pool. Received a proposal here. Yeah, sure, we'll accept that. All right, let's look at our research here. So we've got a few that we could finish off. We've got 236 waiting to be used. Then we've got a full 1,000 coming in, which is fantastic. So let's do... Yeah, let's do Lightning Storm, actually. There we go. Alright, so we've finished... We can actually summon Sithonic Guardian here, but we've already got Eldritch Horrors, which I'm actually very happy with, so I'm not going to worry about that. The logistics we don't really need at this point anymore. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because some of the hero stacks, it's going to get them in there faster. So you know what? Let's actually do that one. I just want to get my heroes in quicker to get this battle going here. That being said, I could probably siege the city as it is right now with what I've got, but I want my other heroes getting in there ASAP. So, all right, so we've got our production here. Let's just kind of clear this out. We'll just do merchandise kind of across the board yet again. Oh, actually, in this one, we're going to do public baths. Because, again, we're going for those palace upgrades. Now, here we've produced our unit, who's going to go up and join our priest who's up there already. And then let's actually make an arcane archer as well to go join that stack. Very nice. And actually, you know what? We don't need 2 units guarding this, I don't think. So maybe we'll send the tier 2 down to help out. Very nice. We'll tell these 2 to just maybe chill out. The arcane archer can guard the city for us maybe in the short term. But I am going to still make some other units. Yeah, I've got a Night Guard coming out. Although, you know what? I actually think I want another arcane archer because I'd like to have a ranged unit in this stack. So, okay, not that any of this is that important at this point in the game, but so we've got 91 income coming in. It's a shame because I think we'll do the Master's Guild with that then. That's probably the most productive. I was going to say if we had over 100, then we could do one of those other things in one turn, which would be great. We'll do a Builder's Hall here. Ambrudor. This is our Draconian city down in the south of the map. Let's do a temple. Woe Stick up here. Do a siege workshop. Actually, oh, we could do a storehouse real quick. Let's do that. 1 turn for the storehouse. Up here in Wingistan, let's see what we've got. So we've got a Dreadnought's Foundry and we've got a Blast Furnace compared to 36 gold income. So we'll sell the Blast Furnace, actually. That's going to help us out. Beerneth here. We've already, I think, established that merchandise actually... Oh, no, it's not getting us more, but we've actually got a Great Beast Lair. That's going to give us a lot. So you can see that the more advanced structures give more gold. So this one's giving us 100, so we'll do that. Very nice. Back over to Hif. And that's something I should have looked at here. We've got the Henge. We've got a Megalith. These ones sell for less gold, so... Depends on the kind of structure. In this case, we'll just do merchandise again. We'll start working on another dragon, although it's probably not going to be able to... We're probably not going to get to the point where we can produce it. I suppose we could rush it, but again, not really worth at this point. We'll just make a little halfling, and actually we've got units coming over to help out, so we'll do a Builder's Hall here. Very good. This guy can keep moving over this way and maybe come join in the battle. our builder. I'm just going to use our builder as a glorified explorer at this point. There we go. Alright, and our rogue... Ooh, and we've got some... Oh, look at these undead. They need to die. So why don't we group our units up here, and we'll just do this one via auto combat. This is going to get us some extra casting points, probably. Very nice. We didn't lose anybody. Fantastic. Okay, so let's head down here, and we'll clear this structure out as well. Very nice. Okay, so our settler, we want to probably go down here and throw a city down in this area somewhere, kind of in here maybe. Again, probably not going to be a big issue, but we'll send a whaley over this way. We'll send this stack to kind of just come chill over here as well. Actually, you know what? We'll even group that up. There we go. We've got a level up for our rogue. Urban Stealth Commander. All units in the Heroes Army gain urban concealment. Not really needed. I think maybe we will do... What's sadism? Whenever an enemy unit dies, all friendly units gain plus 100 morale and plus 1 melee strength physical. Pretty good. Shadow Form's pretty cool. The unit gains plus 60% physical protection and pass wall ability. Actually, you know what? I'll take Shadow Step. That's a good one. Shadow Step's a good get in or get out of jail free card if you need to kind of jump forward or jump back, you know, into or out of combat. It's a really useful ability. So I really like that one with my Necromancer heroes, as anybody who's watched my Necromancer playthroughs could probably attest. All right, so yeah, we're going to send everybody back over here. And then I think we'll try and siege that city when we get an opportunity. Once we have the other stack kind of in there to assist. Do this battle. Auto combat. Very nice. Some extra income there. Very good. Now with Vrax in here, I guess we'll move down and clear this out, because why not? Little auto combat action. Made some friends. There's a lost library over there that's kind of in need of clearing out, for sure. This little cadaver can... Well, there's not really a whole lot to explore. I guess he can go maybe head underground and do some exploring down there. This Node Serpent could maybe go up and join this stack over here. This Fallen Angel, again, can rejoin with this little group here. Maybe we'll head over there. We'll tell him to chill for now. And then we can group up some other undead units and clear that out. Okay. The priest can just hang out. Actually, you know what? We'll even get this group in like that. There we go. And this little guy is just kind of continuing to press over this way. I'm actually going to send him over to that city. Alright, so Malus is good to go. Our Fire Dragon is actually getting pretty darn close to the front lines, which is fantastic. I would love to see this Fire Dragon in action before this game is over. That would be pretty cool. And we'll tell that unit to just kind of hang out and chill. Bringing in a unit there to guard that city. And that's going to do it for our turn. Alright, so let's see what kind of damage we can do this turn. I think we're at a position here where we are getting pretty close to being able to siege him. And again, depending on what kind of units he's got, he now has 3 Shines of Smiting, which we're going to have to be careful. But we've got pretty decent stacks ourselves, so we'll have to decide if it's worth attacking him here. Okay, so let's think about this a little bit. So we'll take our... I think we'll take our scout here and just kind of go see, because we want to know if he's got other units on the backside of this city, which I don't think there are any, but we want to just take a quick little peek. Doesn't really look like it. No, so I think we're going to actually be able to bring the siege to him here. We've got better at governing humans. I guess we'll do the settler thing, although we're probably not going to be producing settlers, so they're just cheaper to produce at that point. So we'll do Dread Omen. There we go. And let's see what else. We did have a domain invasion over here. Some pesky units coming for our city. Not really going to matter, as we're just kind of, again, sending everybody in. Yeah, and I don't think our other units are going to be able to get there in time to assist. I suppose we could wait one more turn and bring everybody kind of into this. However, I think I'm going to try and press now while I have the advantage on his city, because he's really just got that single stack guarding it. So if we go back up here, we'll send all of our units towards this thing. Let's make somebody to help guard the city. I guess we'll make a priest. Can we actually get down there? No, we can't, but we'll try. An item did arrive. Let's see what arrived. Oh, alright, our mount here. So that's cool. So Thanos now has this vampire spider mount, which is pretty awesome for him. Did anything else crazy happen? A lot of production, obviously. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to bring our units in and really go for this siege. I mean, again, it is a little bit risky using Malus in the siege, but at this point in the game, I am not at all concerned. So we're going to do this. We'll add our Wisp to this stack here, and we'll use Edward to initiate the battle. All right, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Here we go. Okay, so we've got our Shrines of Smiting who are going to need to die, that's for sure. So we'll send our big guy in here, and maybe we'll actually even just start attacking the walls. That way we can get a unit inside if we need to that can't bypass the walls via floating or flying. So we'll send all of our big units in. We're going to throw Thunderstorm up with Malus. Sending in our foot guard here. And we're just going to charge our Eldritch Horrors in, basically. Just get real... You know what I should have done is thrown Guardian Flame on one of them. I don't want to put Edward in too much risk, but I think I will actually charge in and just throw that on there. Okay, there's our Wisp, kind of just... And... Oh, and here's a good example. I should have done something with this guy, too. I should have put Static Shield on one of my Eldritch Horrors, but of course I forgot to do that. So we'll throw a Lightning Sprite there. And yeah, we can't cast a spell because we've already used Malus to do Thunderstorm there. You can see it lit up that Cherub pretty good. Tried to disjunct Thunderstorm and he failed. Okay, so it killed off my little Lightning Sprite. No real worries there. So we'll throw Static Shield on this Eldritch Horror, I think. And then we're going to charge in like this. We're going to get in over the walls with our other two units here, Eldritch Horror and Node Serpent. Alright, so now this one here... You know what? I don't really even need to break the walls, because I don't really have any units that are even kind of... The only unit that would get benefit from getting in the walls is the Giant himself, which, I mean, there is some benefit to that, of course, but what kind of damage do I do? Yeah, you know what? We will do it, because it'd be great to get the Giant in there, I suppose, but... Okay, so we'll send our Eldritch Horror in like this. Like that. He's going to take some flank damage, that's for sure, but... Ooh, and you know what? That's unfortunate, because now I would hit my own unit with that, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe not my smartest move. Edward can probably kind of stay back a bit. Malus will move up. And now let's see, what do we want to do for a spell here? We could do Arachnid Horde and just start summoning baby spiders every turn. Be kind of cheeky that way. Recharging Mana Currents I do really like because it's restoring health to my summoned units and magical origin units. So maybe we'll do that one here just to... I mean, it is random, but I do quite like it. Alright, and Edward, I'm going to keep Edward back here. I don't really need him getting involved. Our Foot Guard here is going to just kind of soak up some hits, I think. There's that Thunderstorm doing work. Recharging Mana Currents was disjuncted. So that, oof. You can see there that Eldritch Horror is taking a pounding. He's okay, but he did take some pretty serious damage. Alright, we'll go in and finish off this wall. Alright, so now my giant can get in there if he needs to, which is good. And we'll move in like this, do a flank hit there. And then we'll move in and do a hit there. That Eldritch Horror has already used up his movement. So then we'll move in with this one and do another flank hit. Very nice. Move over here, and we'll actually throw on a sprint and just get the kill on the Exalted there. This unit can move up, do some damage to the Evangelist there. We actually got a stun, which is great. I'll move in the Foot Guard to kind of just try and draw some aggro. May not happen, but... Oh, you know what? We could throw a Force Field on... Maybe on our Eldritch Horror who's kind of beat up. I think we'll do that. So that's going to make it resist some of that elemental damage a little bit better. Very nice. That Thunderstorm's still doing work, although it did just run out. Alright, there we go. So thank goodness this guy's taken some of the heat for our Eldritch Horrors there. We can't dominate it, obviously, because it's a machine unit, so... Very nice. Got the kill there. So we'll send this one over to deal with this guy. Like that. Come in here and do a flank hit. And then do a flank hit. And then we'll go here and we'll do some big damage. There we go. And our giant can actually move in here. Can do some big damage. Yeah, we'll come in and just bam, just obliterate. Do some more damage there. Got a stun off. Very nice. So yeah, this battle's pretty much all but over at this point. Can I even Magic Fist this thing to death? Yes, I can. Not really that important, but hey, what the heck? Let's just put it in there for emphasis. All right, there comes that Divine Vengeance. Pretty damaging, but we survived it. We'll try for a stun here because why not? We did get it, so now all the attacks are flanks, which is great. Very nice. Yeah, we'll throw at it. And then we can move in and get the kill. Perfect. And just like that, we took out the throne city here of Phi-Dural, so we now own Phi-Dural's throne. We're going to just absorb it. It'll be interesting to see if now he's going to surrender or if he's going to keep fighting. I'm really not entirely sure. But we have our armies here ready to kind of deal with him if he does want to keep fighting. Alright. So now let's do the cleanup here. So we've got a lot of things going on. We have some extra research income here that we could spend on something. I'm going to do it on Healing Essence because that's our most expensive one that we can do in one shot there. Chaos Rift is now available. Okay, this is a big spell for our sorcerer class here. Opens a rift to the Chaos Plane, allowing its anomalies to enter this world. Each combat round, a random unit is summoned to fight for the caster, and 20 shock damage is dealt to 2 to 3 random enemy units. and the enemy units in a 1 hex radius around those units. The spell lasts 4 rounds and will only spawn units as long as its owner has at least 1 unit on the battlefield that is not a combat summon. So that's pretty solid. If cast during a city battle, it also reduces that city's happiness for a while. So important to keep in mind if you're taking a city over, but we're going to start working on that. I mean, it's probably not going to matter at this point in the game now, but so we'll just kind of sift through all these different things. We'll do our production real quick. I'm just going to kind of do merchandise across the board here, I think. Yaflon, we did produce. Another archer who I'm going to send up. There we go. Just getting everybody kind of involved here. Try and get them in this stack. You can see how much that advanced logistics helps, though. It just, you really can move. Admittedly, I probably should have done that one a long time ago, because I've had really high knowledge income for quite a long time. So that was some kind of a missed opportunity there. We'll do another Storm Priest, I guess. Asper Sen here, we did produce this flyer who I was going to send over to kind of join up here. I have to be careful. I don't want him too close to the city, but again, I think that's going to be just fine. So back here we will do, got 85 production income. Let's do a Master's Guild. Up to Tavros here. We'll do a Siege Workshop. Did get another unit here, so we'll somebody join this stack here. These little undead guys can go check out underground what's going on. Come back up to the surface here. We'll go clear out this lost library real fast. Do that one in auto combat. We did get a spell there, which is great, and some extra knowledge. And yeah, we'll have to just head back this way, I suppose. This little guy can just start going this way. There we go. All right, Yaka Ulf here. We'll start working on... we will do an observatory, I guess. Actually, oh, it's a shame we've got 72. That's kind of a... We're so close to having 75. We'll do the Siege Workshop. Dumpkin. We'll do a Great Temple, I guess. Manthros over here will do a Great Temple as well. Woe Stick. We'll do the Siege Workshop. This is our little Tigran city here of Sekmetra. We'll throw up a laboratory, I guess. Wingistan, now part of our empire here. We are getting 36 gold income if we do that. But if we do this, we can sell it and get 100, so we'll do that. Back over to Wastanoth here. I think maybe we'll do a Master's Guild. Over to Valp. We'll do a hospital. Biraneth here. Have we sold everything off? No, we haven't. Got a gladiator pit. Yeah, we'll sell that as well. Isfar. We'll do a Great Temple. And we're actually almost completely out of cash, which is just fine. And we'll send this guy down here. We'll do this battle real fast. Nice, got that extra vision range. We'll clear out this little inn here because why not? Do that in auto combat. Alright. This little guy was just doing some scouting up this way. Okay. And you know what? Let's see if we can siege the city in auto combat. I'm guessing we're not going to win, but let's try it. Oh, we did it. We lost a few of our units. We lost a couple of our guys there, but nothing too devastating. So that actually worked out kind of well for us. We'll send one of these larvae off. Unfortunately, we did lose our harvester, which is kind of a shame, but we did get a city. So this is a dwarf city. I think we're going to turn this one into... We'll migrate it to high elves. We'll tell that unit to just chill in the city. Very nice. And again, we're just kind of doing some aggressive scouting here. Okay, we did find another city of Fiderel on the surface, which is what I was kind of looking for, just in case that was there. So let's see, how are we doing for alignment? We'll sign a peace treaty with this city. Don't want to make the Draconians angry. We'll jump in here and do some auto combat real quick. Fur hat and some mana. We'll just sell that. Okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually kick this unit out again. And then just group up our stack here. So this little stack can keep moving over to this city. We can even go clear out that circus. The undead here can just kind of keep on moving. Do some auto combat there. Fortunately, we did lose a unit, but we'll add that boar in. We're just kind of doing this quick, as you can tell, just for kind of shiggles here. Oh, we won that one too. We are losing units like crazy, so we'll kind of stop being so silly with it. All right, this little stack here, we were going to add in this Node Serpent. And you know what? Hey, let's see if we can win this battle. Yep, we did, and we didn't even lose anybody. Perfect. We got Doma Protection and some extra knowledge. I don't think we're going to be able to clear out that Castle of the Lich King unless we were to use our hero, Vraxen. Alright, so now we got to decide here. I think we're going to just make a beeline over to the other city here. We'll leave Edward there just to guard it for now. And we'll send our other hero down. This little guy is continuing to move over this way. Very good. All right, and our dragon is now here and able to maybe go help. We'll try and actually group him up with our new Theocrat hero there. Again, our builder is just a glorified scout at this point. This little guy's going to guard this city here. All right, we're going to grab this gold, and we'll engage this battle. We'll do this one in auto combat. There we go. We unfortunately lost our temple guard, but oh well, not a big loss really. We'll head up and try and clear out that watchtower for the extra vision range that's going to give us. All right, and that'll do it for our turn. So now let's start summoning another Eldritch Horror just so we're ready. And now let's see, does Fiderel surrender? That's the question. We do have the throne. We have so many strong units. Looks like we're under attack here. We're not going to be able to win that battle. We'll just do it auto combat. I mean, I suppose we could have cheesed it by letting them kind of run away, but or by using our runaway strategy. And there it is. That's what I was kind of waiting for. So Fiderel surrendered to me. We will take a peek at this. So we're on turn 53 here. My empire is crumbling. Our cause is hopeless. I offer you my throne and my fealty. So like all of your buddies before you, you have surrendered to me, which I think was the right choice because at this point in the game, I'm essentially unstoppable. We will accept your surrender. And with that, we will end the game here. And interestingly enough, this was actually the first time that I've taken a sorcerer hero, as you can see here, all the way through the game and actually won. So, you know, kind of embarrassing to admit after all my hours in this game, but I hadn't ever actually gone from start to finish in a full game as a sorcerer. I must admit, I really do enjoy the sorcerer class. They are extremely fun to play, and I can see why. I think a number of episodes ago, I remember, I think Casper Eklund had suggested sorcerer to me because he had said, oh, you know, kind of based on your playstyle, I think you'll really like it, and I can see why. It was an absolute blast to play a sorcerer. Let's take a look at the statistics. I always enjoy doing this at the end of a game. So obviously, wild and crazy kind of game. Lots of things happened. We look at the score here. Clearly, I dominated very, very heavily. But let's kind of just look at it overall. So you can see here I'm the white line. And I was really kind of on pace with everybody until about turn... It started to get really kind of on the upward trend here, somewhere in the mid-30s. And that's when things started to kind of blow up for me. You can see right here I eliminated Tana. And then shortly after, on turn 42, I eliminated Thanos. And then Edward by turn 48. And then the game ended on turn 53 there, or 52, I guess. So very, very, very fun game. I really did enjoy this one. Let's take a look at a few of the other things. So knowledge, which I was doing very, very well in. I had a lot of knowledge income coming in. And yet you can see that darn Emperor AI, they just get such bonuses that even at the point here where I was starting to do really well, I was still below my other living opponents that were still around. And even here, I did surpass Phi Doral, who he kind of plateaued. I'm not sure if that's because maybe he wasn't expanding out as well, or maybe he was kind of stuck in the Shadow Realm, who knows. But you can see here that it wasn't really until in the 40s where I started to even surpass the Emperor AI. They get quite a bonus to their knowledge income and their gold income. But then by the end, of course, it just, you know, boom, almost exponential growth. Happiness, you can see there again, they get massive bumps to their happiness, which increases their gold and knowledge income. Let's see, military. Military is one area that I did quite well. I started to really build up forces once I was able to start summoning Eldritch Horrors and using Dominate. My Necromancer hero, I started to really acquire a lot of units, and just that blew up pretty aggressively here. You can see right around, let's see, turn 30. And kind of from that point on, it sort of just trended upward really aggressively. Domain, this is kind of just the area of the map you control with your cities. Once again, somewhere in the 30s is where it really kind of started to take off. By turn 37 there, I really blew up. That was when I was just about to eliminate Tana there. So you can see that that's when it kind of... And then from there, it was just exponential. And we didn't do seals. So back to the overall here. All right. So that brings the this playthrough series to the end. Playing as Malus Nightlord, the Shadow Elf Sorcerer. This was also my first time playing as the Shadow Elves, which were the race added by the Shadow Realm expansion mod. They were an absolute blast. I think they're a really fun race to play. I do like kind of how they are really focused on shock damage. I think they synergized really well with the Sorcerer class. And I really did enjoy actually having Greyguard. I can see why, once again, Casper had suggested playing Greyguard. And I think it's because it does synergize extremely well with playing Sorcerer, because especially once you start getting those casting points coming back, you can just summon and cast spells, and it's just very, very powerful. So, yeah, this playthrough series was an absolute blast. Thank you all for watching it and for sticking with me to this last episode. I'll see you guys in the next playthrough series. That one will be coming up fairly soon as well. This is a good opportunity, though. For any of you that are still watching and have stuck with me this far, drop a comment on this episode and let me know what would you like to see next. I think there's a few classes I still haven't played yet. I haven't done a Dreadnought, and I don't think I've done a Warlord yet on the channel. So I'm probably considering one of those two. And then let me know what race you'd like to see. I don't think I've played as orcs or goblins or halflings. So there's a few races left that I haven't played as, and there's a few classes left I haven't played as. So let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. And yeah, and also feel free to recommend or suggest some different specializations as well that might go along with your race and class suggestions. So in any case, guys, as I said, thank you very much for sticking with me to the end of the playthrough series, and I will see you guys in the next series.